Hi, so this is for my friends who've been asking about my nebulizing protocol that we use here. Even our sons and their families and our grandkids use it. At the very first sign of any kind of symptom, we want to nebulize. You know, anything going on in our sinuses or our lungs or chest, throat, anything like that. Nebulizing has been used safely for a long, long, long time. Anybody that has asthma or kids with asthma or croup has probably been told to nebulize. And usually when you nebulize, you have a nebulizing machine. They're, less than 50 bucks on Amazon. And they have masks for children's size or adults. And it comes with a little medicine cup. And in that cup, no matter what you're nebulizing, you usually have some saline solution. And yeah, they can sell it to you on Amazon, but just make your own. And it's 1 pint of filtered water. You don't want tap water. Good quality filtered water with 1 teaspoon of salt, pink Himalayan, or we use Redmond's, just something, we don't want the chemicals in it. And the hydrogen peroxide that we use is food grade, 3%. Again, we get it on Amazon. Not to plug them, but it is what it is. So 3% food grade. The stuff in the brown bottles at Walmart and Walgreens has heavy metals in it to extend its shelf life. And you do not want to be nebulizing that if you don't have to. So that's why I recommend you get the food grade. And in your little medicine cup, I've put 3.5 teaspoons of my saline, and then 1 teaspoon. For kids, we usually, our grandkids tell them to use a half a teaspoon of the H2O2. But I'm using a teaspoon of it diluted in the saline solution. And they say to use this at the very first sign of symptoms. If something's really deep-seated, it's not going to help you all that much. It will help, of course, but there are 2 doctors specifically that had great success with this during COVID, Dr. Brownstein and a Dr. Thomas Levy, and they both have websites. If you Google them in regards to nebulizing H2O2, but they use them in their practice, and during lockdown, they successfully kept all their patients out of the hospital, and more importantly, off of ventilators. So not just for COVID, but for all sorts of stuff that's floating around. But they have ebooks and websites and information that go into the white paper science behind this and their protocol, if you want to research it further. So we've been using it for a couple of years, and it's been very helpful. I've gotten sinus infections semi-regularly over the years, and that can be a good 10 days on Augmentin and a steroid shot or something that totally, wipes out your gut for a good year to build your gut flora back up from that. So this is much better option if you can help it from getting deep-seated, and it can certainly cut the length of an illness way down, which it has for us. So again, I'm going to use the mask, and the protocol is basically you can use it every 2 to 3 hours throughout the day at the first sign of symptoms. So I'll just keep this little medicine cup filled for today, and I'll get a number of uses out of that dosage in there. And then we clean it out, and we use, hot water and some white vinegar and clean everything out and let it dry. If you use the mask, you can inhale through your nose and your mouth. So you can get sinuses and lungs. If you have something that you know is just down here and in your chest, they have mouthpiece instead of the mask that you can just use right through the mouth. It's loud, but you sit and you do it for 10 minutes at a time. Do it as often as you can throughout the day, even for your little ones. You know, they'll tolerate it, say from 5 years on and older, I would think. So at least my grandkids have. Nebulizer's noisy, but just to kind of show you, I'll turn it on here. And you just place this over your hub. And you breathe deeply, both in through the nose, and then, you know, you could take turns, nose and then lungs. And you don't have to swallow or hold your breath or anything like that. But do that for 10 minutes. Come back a couple, 2 to 3 hours later and do it again. And do it for a few days, as long as you need to eradicate something. But anyways, I hope you found this helpful. We really have. We made sure both of our sons and their families have these so that they can use them. And I think every household should have them. So if you have any questions, just put them down below and I'll try to answer as many as I can. Thanks. Bye.